Hey, alright, here we are, back in the shed. Today, we are going to dissect the Pink Panther. I don't want to do this. But it needs to be done. The Pink Panther is broken right here, pretty much in half. And we need to take the whole thing apart so that we can replace that frame. We have new frame right here. So we will disconnect the chains, pull out the boom, disconnect all the cables, take these off, pull those off, get them away, take our seat off. Then we will remove the transmission, disconnect it from the rear, make sure everything is disconnected from the body. Then we'll put it all back together on the new one and see if that works, until I break that one again too. So yeah, here we go. GoPro, stop capture. GoPro, stop capture. GoPro, stop capture. All right, we got to find the master link to remove the chains. If we're lucky, it'll be right in front of us. Let's look here real quick. And no, it's not right in front of us. So we'll need to rotate the tires, light the fires, and try to find it. So sit here, spin my wheel. Let's see here. Oh, beard's in the way. I always get stuck in the treads. It's exciting. Battle the bugs. And find this mess. This is, you know what the thing is the reverse of this process, where I try to hook the chains back up, is my least favorite part. I always have issues with it. Here's our master link for the big chain. So we'll go ahead and grab it on both sides of its jawbone. Squeeze. And it comes apart. Save your links. I got loads of spares, but holy smokes, that's under some tension. It's always important to have spare stuff. I got so much spare stuff, it's coming out of my shed. Because inevitably, everything breaks. Water always wins. You can't win them all, you know. Everybody dies. You just gotta keep on trying. So that's why you have spares. New humans. You know, it's like you think that, like, oh yeah, I'm an irreplaceable person at my job. But they would replace you in a heartbeat. Okay, so that's the first chain down. Does it freewheel at all? No, of course not. And then now we need to do the second chain, which is a score, because it's actually, I can see it. The master link is right there. And, pow, this is the worst one. There's no give or take on this one here. It is just the worst to try to get this one to line up and everything else like that, to be the right amount of links. And there's just no spare room on it. There's no tolerance. Originally it had a larger chain on it, like a thicker one, but the type of this thing here, the shifter assembly thing. Let's just take this off. No, we need it. We're gonna lose it if we don't. We're prone to losing things. There we go. And with like arthritis, tendonitis thing, it's so easy to, oh no, I dropped it. Now it's gone forever. The grass has claimed another one. It's hard to do the small articulating things anymore. It's one of those things where, like, man, it'd be nice to have a second pair of hands to do this. But, no, well, that's life. Okay, and then we kind of hold that in place. Cool. All right, let's get our chains out of the way and start taking all this seat apart. We need to take the seat apart because this mesh seating on the seat, and it has to go away because the new seat's going to need it. So that's part of what needs to go. And then we also need to disconnect our electrical cables here, and then cut all the zip ties on everything. Oh yeah, and undo this chain guide. Oh, well, the bugs are trying to eat us. All right, GoPro, stop capture. All right, I didn't notice it until just now. We got to take this off too, because the new one doesn't have that, the headrest piece. So we will grab this one here. It's might be the right one. Got our custom flag upper downer thing. Mr. Wizard made it for me. Super nice guy. No longer with us. Yeah. Custom. Everything's custom on this thing. Alright, we can set this off to the side. And we'll finish taking these off. And then we can pull this little unit off here. And then we'll work on taking that off. So, not too difficult. Preliminary. Whoa! Holy smokes! Look at that tarantula. The infamous, the brown recluse. Yar. Oh, maybe you didn't see it, but there was a giant spider. It won't be the last one either. Holy smokes! This is. I'm not in Australia, but the shed is the land of spiders for sure. Now I'm gonna have to fight to get the tool back from the spider. And we'll just gently put these in here so we don't lose them for now, hopefully. Add that to the pile. All right, got our tool bag. Let's see here, let's move our tool bag out the way. Velcro seat. It's gnarly. If you didn't know, just by looking at it, if you turn all the way one way or the other way, the tires, in and of themselves, rumble on you, the seat, and everything else. So, you're fighting that as well. We need our keys to get our bike lock off. Okay, that's that. Now we can do that. Set that off to the side. Undo some buckles. Battle that spider for some territory. The underside. Never taken these off before, so there's a first for everything. There's that eagle. It's upset the Pink Panther's going down. And now we got all of our guts showing. So we need to cut a bunch of zip ties, disconnect our easy disconnect cables, like so. We have a Y here. We could probably just roll that up to the side because everything connected backwards, we don't actually have to disconnect, but all this other stuff has to go. All right, GoPro, stop capture. All right, so now we need to disconnect things and unbolt them. All that types of stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna have to cut some cable, not cables, but the zip ties. And due to how I rerouted it every time that I changed out the cords for the brake cables and shifters and stuff, we'll have to probably disconnect some of these as well. Not the end of the world. I'm just gonna get past all these bugs. I live by a lake, and right now the bugs are hungry. If there was a breeze, it would have made this a little tolerable. I probably would have been better off if I did it yesterday. It was a little rainy. That keeps the bugs off. All right, so that's all the zip ties on that spot. Now we do this one here. And let the disconnect There's a bundle from the cables, the shifter cables. They're hooked up, they're zip tied to the power cables. Okay, those are free. Power cables are free. Those are done for that project. Oh no, yep, yeah, those are done. I'll have to cut one that's attached to the back frame just out the way here. That's easy enough. Okay, now we need to do, let's see here, this one with our handy dandy Spider Co. It's saved our lives many a times out fishing. There you go. Always keep it in the bike. Preparedness makes you powerful. Butter merely makes me very, very fat. Everything that's zip tied up to the boom should be fine. I don't want to scratch the paint on the part that I'm going to replace. Okay, then almost there. Okay, so that's them. Now we need to disconnect the wires. So here's some electronic boots. There's the green one. That's out of the way. This is the main one here. This one's got 1 billion zip ties on it, so that's gonna take a bit. This has taken quite a beating over the years. I think I got the bike in 2019. I could be wrong on my timing. It was a long time ago, but we're here now. Take a break from all these bugs. Till we get this main disconnect for the cable going. This one comes around, goes around to here. Got this, comes around to here. We're gonna switch out this shifter because that's broken. We have that kind of weirdly fixed. Here. We have a new one that we can put in there, and that's it. Now we just have to disconnect the now we just have to disconnect our brake cables and shifters. All right, GoPro, stop capture. Okay, so what do we need to disconnect still? We need to disconnect nothing. We should be able to just pull the boom out now. So you pull these little levers here on the side. Oh, can't see what I'm doing, can you? Pull these little levers out here on the side. And you just rotate this a few times. like so. And then that's our motor. Ooh. Oh man, it's not light. All right, let's add that to the pile. Okay, so they're pretty sure there's another one of these on the new one. Let's just tighten this up a little bit so just don't lose it. And then we need to disconnect the brake cables from down at the bottom of each one of these while fighting off bugs. Okay, so tilt you down a little bit. Let's do this side first. Maybe we can get the idler at the same time. Okay. Might have to grab the other side of it with some of these vice grips here. Handy dandy second hand for those of us working alone. Loosen it up a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see, this looks fairly big. This one here, how about this one? That's like a glove. All right, clockwise closing. So, this one here. Okay. All right, so if it's clockwise closing, clockwise is turning this way, so it's this way. Help this backside a little bit. Pull this off. Might be able to work it in conjunction with this other piece here. How tight is it? It's not loose by no means. Some of these things that are on this are long-winded, meaning it takes many turns to get them apart. And this might be one of those. I mean, which is a good thing on some parts, you know. Some things you don't want to come loose in 3 turns and then have to replace it. I'll go over my biggest issues with how the bike is put together here in a minute, because there we go, it's starting to turn now, easy. The bike in of itself is grand, but there are a few things that you have to battle. Let's get our washer back and our nut. Put those on the spindle so we don't lose them. I added an extra long chain guard because I kept getting oil, grease all over my work pants. And I never could find a good, like chain guard riding pant cover thing that'll fit my giant obese legs. So, alright, we'll just leave that here for a second, and then we'll go after this this brake cable that is not this size, while we battle the bugs. We're in their territory. It's just me and the spiders hanging out normally. Okay. Okay, that's the right one. Alright, so we loosen this up. This is going to be, I'm not looking at it. So I do clockwise if I'm not looking at it to loosen it. It all works like that unless it's like a reverse threaded thing. Because those happen every once in a while. Alright, and then it's the hand thing. Oh no. The little articulations of the hand can really be a battle sometimes. Alright, I should be able to mouse this through. Maybe. Okay. Now what? I can pull that through. But will it be able to go through the thing with its tab on the end of it? I do not know. The thing is, I have replacement brake cables for this whole thing. But that's a whole nother project. Come on. I have to clip it. It's not gonna go through, is it? Son of a biscuit, it's not. Okay, what else can I do? I can put the boot back on. There's a crow, it's fighting with an eagle. I could take the whole brake caliper off, and then that would, probably should have done that first. I'll do that for the rest of them then. That way I don't have to mess with the cable in of itself. Like I said, I actually have 4 full sets of replacement brake cables for the whole bike, because during the winter it freezes up and I had it break. And so I was like, well, I better have spares. And then one source didn't come through, and then another source didn't come through. And so then I just started ordering it from a bunch of different places, and I got a bunch of different ones. The same kit, but a bunch of different. It came from a bunch of different places, so we got what we needed. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna suck. One of the things that sucks about that, I just dropped all that, is that they got a bunch of different washers, the spacers on them. This is gonna suck. Embrace the suck. We'll have to compare. Oh no, I dropped another one in here. Okay, well, crap. This one here. Is there any more pieces? Probably. They have like a swivel. They have a rounded washer And then a swivel washer. Rounded washer. Swivel washer. Let's see here, 1, 2. I think I got everything. Yeah. They don't thread into this, right? No, they thread into the body of the bike in and of itself. Okay. Ow. Small hand articulations. Oh no. What happened? I lost you. There you are. Oh no. Here we go. You're just looking at the side of the trailer and the bugs. Okay. So it sits in the concave. Flip it, sits in the concave. Okay. Gotcha. So that's what it's gonna end up looking like on both sides. That way you can tweak it and adjust it so that it sits properly. All right, let's screw this in here so we don't lose it. Bugs. I need to take a bug break again. The bugs, they like to just land and chew. Land and chew. And that's fair. But I don't think I could stay out here long enough to lose any weight. They'd have to chew for a long time. I'm a big feller. Okay, that's those. That's one. Now we got to do 3 more. We got that one piece off. We need to... Are you still with me? Yeah. Oh, we're going to need to adjust. We're going to pull this off as well. And then I think you have to loosen these. And maybe loosen this bottom piece here too. Possibly. We'll see. I watched the thing and you take the whole thing apart. And we'll see how that works. But for now, we're going to get away from the bugs. Take a break. GoPro stop capture. Okay, so we're back under the bike. And we need to disconnect this here. It's going to be our shifter assembly guide thing. It used to be like a smaller thing with like a little boot, and it changed designs, and the new design has less room between the chain and the gizmo in of itself, which makes it so that the chain rubs on the gizmo in of itself as soon as it gets any kind of loose, and breaks and destroys things. I don't understand, but it's life. So all right, let's set this down. We got that disconnected. This will feed around and go this way. All right, that's out of the way. Now we need to get, yeah, we'll have to disconnect this one here too. This one here isn't actually got a boot on it. We could get away with just sliding this one out. I didn't put boots on everything. I bought 100 pack of boots when I didn't have one. And now I have 100 pack of boots somewhere. And I'm gonna need it, you know. I'm like, oh well, I'll just get one of my boots, and I'm not gonna have it. So, or you know, the anglet thing or whatever, the little stopper that goes on the end so that it doesn't unfurl, like you see right here how it is already. All right, so we got that one. That one is easy. Oh, the other one is super unfurled already. That's not great. So, yeah. I guess we could do what we did to the front one and just take the whole caliper off. Oh man, let's swim through this sea of bugs. We're getting there. This would be the last one, I think. Yeah. Before we take apart the body proper, I guess. So, as you can see, if you don't put a little aglet thing on it, it unfurls. And if you're going to go to try to hook it back up again, oh man, you're going to have a bad time. Up next on my episode of Heavy Breathing. It's like the opposite of ASMR. It's however you spell asthma. It's nice that the ones on this side of the bike are upside down. So I won't drop all my goodies, possibly, when I disconnect it. I'm still battling bugs. We're almost there. Then we'll be putting it all back together with the new stuff. That's when things start to get tricky. Because, oh man, like I said, the carpal tunnel tendonitis thing. Small things with my hands. Feel no bueno. Oh no. I thought I wouldn't lose anything, but I was wrong. I did. I lost them. Hamburgers. There's one piece. And there's the other piece. Okay. Concave on the convex. Okay, we'll set that down. And then try to get this next piece off without making a mess. But we will, because the whole unit gets calipered on there, or sandwiched on there. Can't hold it. Ouch. Gotta like squeeze the hydraulics to get the pain to stop. Oh, that one doesn't want to. You know what? If you don't want to go, stay then. Let's see if I can unfurl this one out of the way. Oh, we can. Just my luck, though. I'm going to lose my stuff if it moves. It's like old grease and oil's holding on there. Okay. Well, that's all the cables. So here's my major issue. When you're tightening up this chain on, so there'll be a chain on here, you can't get to this bolt here. This bolt here comes loose on me all the time. Same thing on this side. This one's a little easier to get to. But this one here is impossible to tighten up properly. But you can't tighten it up without having this on here, because you have to have this loose to get this in here. Alright, I think we'll take a bug break. GoPro, stop capture. GoPro, stop capture. GoPro, stop capture. Okay. Now we need to disconnect this mess. One of the things you're gonna do is start loosening this mess here. Oh man, it's tight. It's got a bit of a wobble to it. I'm guessing I don't like the newer design. I like the older design better. I think it was a better design. So this is one of those long-winded things. When they sold me this one here, this version of it, this is not the first one I've had, but before it wasn't a quick release one or whatever, quick release, they sent me this here with like a super long bolt. They're like, yeah, just cut it down to size, you know, and I didn't want to, cut too much off and make a mistake, so I left it pretty long, on the other side. So I probably left like 4 inches of extra thread on there, but you can see how it wobbles, and that's because it has bent over time because of the chain snagging and the weight and everything else like that. I think it's poorly designed myself. But we can do a little bit of bending it back type deal. But it's got the slightest bit of a bend to it, but it's also got wear too. Right here you can see that it's starting to wear. I think I could be wrong. Right there, it's the threads are bare right there. So what's happening is as the motor from the front of the bike pulls the chain and it starts tweaking on the mount, the through bolt, and everything else like that, it's like lunging the whole body. So see how it does this? That flexi movement. So that's been causing it to lunge, and then also, this is also broken as well. And I guess I could blame that on my fatness, and potholes. But anyway, so now we need to disconnect this from this mess. This is where things get messy. There we go. So we pulled out the through bolt. We could disconnect these, but we can't. We'll only get a little bit of space. This one here can come out a little bit of the way, but it can't clear the hub. This one can only come out a little bit of the way, and it can't clear the hub. So I have to disconnect these back brackets all the way. So we got that one. See, here we need another tool. Maybe this one here. It's too skinny. I might need a different brand. A different country region. Let's see here. Oh, that one works. Okay. Ouch. So these ones here, these ones are like slide adjustable. So you get them loose and then you can, ouch, you can shift everything frontwards or backwards, so you can try to like make the chain tight. But no matter what, it has to be maxed out in one direction, because of the way that the chain links are spaced on the chain. Ouch. You can't, it doesn't have the right distance for making it so that you can adjust it to anything other besides just the one time. You can put it on and it has to stay there, and if the chain has any bit of stretch to it or whatever, then it just gets wonky. Know what I mean? Of course you know what I mean. So we loosen these ones up. We should be able to. I guess I'll have to switch sides with you. And then, all right, I might be able to get it. Ouch! Oh man! Ugh. That's the bike. That wasn't me. So, we're okay here. And these ones are knuckle dusters for sure. So if I was looking at it, the clock goes this way to close, so it needs to be this way to open. Yeah. And I've gone and as far as putting Loctite on these before on everything that came loose on me, and then right after I did that, something broke and I had to take it all apart, and then I stripped out a bunch of heads, broke a bunch of wrenches, used a bunch of map gas, melted a bunch of plastic, you name it. So and I still break a lot of these. I have lots of spares of these little Allen wrenches. No brand is immune. It's like the strongest Allen wrench known to mankind. Snap. You think like, well, yeah, you should be fine with whatever tension you're putting on it. Like, no. I had enough potholes that these things that just melt off the body of this thing. All right, so now that's loose. We drop that one. We should be able to get a little play in this now. These ball end ones are the saving grace for doing these. There we go. You hear the pop? That means it's shifted, which isn't great. I guess it just needs to get a little bit loose on both ends on these top two, and then the transmission can drop. It'll have enough play to get out of the way, because you can't remove these bolts. And granted, these things actually move out a little bit easier if you have somebody like taking the tension off of them, but I don't have anybody taking the tension off of them right now. So there's our transmission, and this is brandy new. And let's see here, get really see it, but you know, we're already getting some wear. We had to change out this chain ring. This one isn't new. We have some new ones that just came in to switch this out. This was our old one that when it was broke, that we switched it to just to keep us going. Alrighty, so now we might have to, let's see here. Okay, so now we take this off. What we'll do is we won't take these out completely. We'll just get this started because we need to work on the front next. I haven't done that yet, but we're gonna need a little space to work on it. The breeze is coming up a little bit, which is nice. The bugs have stopped bugging me. We'll take another little break and then assess our situation. But I think we're making progress, sort of, kind of. Yeah. GoPro, stop capture. Okay. One of the things that we can do while we're taking a break from taking the bike apart is take the stuff off the old one. I mean, get the new body ready. Oh no, knock the camera over. All right, so let's go ahead and strip the packaging off this thing. Let's see if there's... Okay, got our first battery die. We have 3 in total, so we'll see how far we make it. One of them isn't that great. GoPro batteries suck. They don't get much life to them. Not like recharge, reuse kind of type deal. They're not great. Anyway, so we're gonna unpack this thing and see if we can add a couple stuff to it. We are gonna scratch it because I am not good at not messing things up. So it's like our unboxing kinda. It came in the biggest box, almost as big as the box Amazon sent me for a toilet seat, which was the same size. Basically a full pallet. A box inside of a box inside of a box that had a toilet seat. Incredibly light. Way overbuilt. Okay, so this one does, in fact, have the plastic sleeve with it as well. It has the quick release tabs on it, and the bolts for, I don't know, it's like a water bottle or a light or something. And then let's see here. Here we go. It's like, these are great zip ties. You could probably just reuse them. You didn't cut them. We have a bunch of zip ties. They're around here somewhere. Okay. There's that. And that. Okay. And on the other bike, it broke going around here, around there, and then the brake here came around this way, and then it snapped in Hofsky. So all this stuff broke free and then the crack went down and around through this spot here on the bend. At least that's how I understand it. Okay, let's keep cutting. We're burning daylight. We only got a couple days off. If everything goes wrong, we're gonna have to turn around and put everything back the way it was before we took it all apart. It's gonna suck. But might have to do it. If so. Okay, well, here we are, back in the shed. We got the parts apart. Now, oh, that kind of sucks. I think the old one has different ones of these. It's not a slide. It has little notches that you put it on. And I think that's probably what saved the bike from breaking even more and let me be able to keep it from snapping in half. Because essentially, this seat brace here is what's been holding my weight on against this here, and then keeping it off of this little point here. So we could be in trouble. But we might just go ahead and steal these ones here from the other one and switch them out, because that might make it so that we have less of a chance of this thing moving. I mean, granted, it gives me a little bit of more actuation to adjust. But I don't know. I'm not big on change. Change works for some people. Oh, I see. The washer kind of makes it exist in a way that, whatever. We'll see here. See if we can get it back to the same angle. I'm not sure. We'll have to compare once it's up against it, ready to go. Just set it in here a little bit, just so that it's not moving around while we put on the other stuff. Uh-oh. It almost looks like it has a different angle to the posts and stuff. Huh. We might have to do like a side-by-side comparison. It might not be exactly the same. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Right? No, it's different. All right, let's have a quick look. I'm overthinking it probably. Okay. This is what we got, side-by-side comparison. Yeah, it's different, yo. Right? No? Yeah? Okay, so this one here, like I said, it's got all these notched ones going into it. So there's a lot more options than what there already is on this one here. So this one fully extended, I don't think meets the same Huh. Let's see here. Right off the bat, it does look, and then the angle on those posts, it almost looks like it's more of an angle. I don't know. Almost looks like it's slightly narrower. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Alright, well, let's keep monkeying with it. Let's see where we get. It might go together better than it was before. I don't know. Overthinking it, I guess. It's outside my pay grade, I guess. Okay. Let's do the webbing, I guess. It's got these really cool spider casings. It's got these really cool pockets underneath it. Mine's trashed. You put stuff in here and you lose it. The one on the back is still pretty good. I got string in it for tying down a heavy load. Share the load. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll try putting this on here. Take a break from recording, I guess. GoPro, stop capture. Hey, alright. Okay, so we got everything that we taken off the seat before back on the seat. And the tolerance level on the actual mesh seating was exactly the same. So I was able to just buckle it right on in. No issues. And everything else seemed to go on just fine. So maybe my concerns are not valid. It is a little different, but I think the tolerance levels and everything else measures out just right. So we'll see. We're gonna go ahead and take apart the front part of the bike now, the part that we've never taken apart before, and hopefully we don't lose all the pieces, and then make the great swap and put it all back together again. Okay. So we can go ahead and set this off to the side here, and then we need to start tackling these front posts here. It says that they said that in the videos to take these off, and this, and then this, and then but we're gonna see what we can do. Yeah. All right. So where are we gonna set up the camera? It'll be the best, and not have it fall. Because here might work. Like that. Okay. Here we go. We're in unknown territory now. Where are these tools? Okay. Alright, so if I was looking down this way, clockwise would be pushing it. So I'm going to pull it. And this is just like a cap from what I had seen. So you like loosen this up, and then if it doesn't come out right away, you loosen these lower ones. It might be tricky trying to get all the angles that all this stuff is pointing at back right, but it might not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well, there's one bolt we've never taken out before. And there's the cap. Oh, jumper. That's cool. It's like conical. And then inside of it is threaded to this bolt. So this just makes sure that this top spindle doesn't pop out. Huh. Maybe we don't even need to take this out. Let's just have this lightly screwed here for a second. Because if we take this, how does it come apart? Right? Because even if we take this off, this is just going to expose, this is just going to take the arm piece off of there. Right? Okay, well, let's just start taking things apart. Come on. We gotta get this done. Because what holds it in place? Is it actually this? Maybe. This one here. And there goes our angle. So if it's loose, it should be able to just pop right off. Yep. There's that. Oh. Oh. Well, would you look at that? Okay. Looks like there's some washers and stuff in here that we don't want to lose. Okay. Well, if this thing just slides up, we're going to be able to not have to take this lower part off, in my mind. We could just leave this part here connected to this other tire, and then we'll set the whole other unit down on top of it once we disconnect it from the rear after. Yeah? Just agree with me. Yeah, we'll just agree with me. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do the same thing for this one over here. Loosen this one here. Let's see here. If I'm underneath it, then clockwise is opening it. Come on. Come on, little fella. You know you want to come apart. I thought it would be the worst thing for this bike if I died before I had it fixed and somebody tried to ride it when it wasn't fixed after I was gone, and then it murders them, and then I'll have killed somebody beyond the grave. So, you know what? It's important enough to go ahead and fix it. Let's see here. What am I looking at? If I'm turning it clockwise, it's closing. Am I doing this the wrong way? It's because I'm upside down and backwards. I'm getting confused. That's simple enough. Set that down there. If we pull this up and set this down, is it going to tug on anything here? No, the speed sensor's disconnected. This is disconnected, so this can pull up and go to the side. Yeah, we're good. Loosen this up. Oh, come on. Push up. Because I'm looking at it now. Make it a little looser, I guess. So it goes on nice and easy. Okay. That should be it. That comes up. And then, oh, it's still connected to it. Yeah, that's fine. Let me set that off to the side. And again, it can come up. Yeah, it can come up. So, all right, now we just disconnect the back. And then lift up on this, which angle is going to be easier to deal with. Possibly, I mean, because if it's tilted down, I don't know. Let's just do the back. We're almost there. Oh no. Shoot. The stuff came loose while I was getting up and down. So it's got like a little bearing thing. And then this little plastic thingy there. That not the same as what's in over here. It looks a little different. Crap. Crappity crap. Okay, well, let's just go for it. Come on. Just stand. Okay. Where's the bigger tool? You're the bigger tool. That's this one. Okay, here we go. That's one. I got replacements for these ones because these ones have taken a lot of abuse. So any bit of rounding in them makes it that much more likely that I'll mess up another Allen wrench or something. Okay. That's the stern. Here we go. I'll just pick this one up then. Take it off with its extra cap jobby. Set that there. Set that there. That's it. And then here's our side-by-side comparison. Yeah, it's close. I mean, it could be the same. I don't think so. I think it's a little different. Just a scotch. Okay. So, whatever these are is not the same as what's in the other one. These are plastic shim things. Well, crap. Okay, well, we'll do a little research. GoPro stop capture. All right. This is where we're at. I got the PVC shims out of the other one. And I got some of my newer parts that we'll have to replace some things with. Okay. Let's see here. This must have gone on the bottom underneath as a bearing. Yeah, it fits. Okay. So set these in the top. They fit. by ourselves. Okay, this one's here. Okay. This one's ready to go. Okay. Hamburgers. Okay, we gotta do this by ourselves. Okay. Like that. Shit. Okay. That one's ready. Okay. That one's on. But we need to put this other one on. We didn't get this one ready. Okay. To the other side. Okay. Back up again. Oh, ow, that sucked. Okay, my face is still there. Okay. What else? Since we're down here, this little metal spacer ring, I can't tell any difference between whether it's top or bottom. And then this has a little bit of a gasket on it. Probably could have used some new ones. Eagle making fun of me. It's laughing at me now. Okay. Okay. All right. Now we need this piece here. There's a piece here. There you go. There. And then this piece goes on top of that. And then this piece goes on top when we put the arm on it. Okay, so there's that. It's on there. It's not touching. That's a good sign. Okay. And this goes this way. Right? Right? Just like that. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Make sure it's all the way down. Okay. We need to, I guess, make sure this clears everything. It's gonna sit really close to the tire, if I remember correctly. Once this is locked down, it stays in its position. So we'll have it clear by 1/2 inch maybe. The bugs are getting ferocious again. It's too much play, it seems like. It needs a little bit of play, right? That eagle's laughing at me. Eagly. Okay. Can we get the cap back on it? Oh, sure. Sure enough. Maybe we should have tightened the cap before we tighten everything else down. And the cap would pull the spindle down, you know? Know what I mean? But it's always been wobbly. It's a lot of wobble. We'll loosen it up and we'll see if we can get the spindle down, but I don't think it will. I think I'm just hosed. I think it's always had this much play. It's like I'm just settling for it to be a piece of junk. And the other side. No. What did I break? Oh, it's just the brakes. I just broke the brakes. That's the brakes. That's the brakes. Okay, so we've got our spindle cap. We got our stuff here. Let's see. It's gonna go this way. Like that. Alright, we'll do the spindle cap first, maybe. Let's see if that plays a factor in how tight it is on the body. But I have a feeling it's not the case. It might very well just be, that's just how I gotta live with it. But get it fairly close to the edge here. Paint's coming off. No big deal. NBD. No big deal. As long as it's not broken. The paint don't mean nothing. Bugs are getting angry at me. Yeah, I think we'll loosen up the other side and we'll do the spindle first, like to tighten the spindle down, and then we'll do the squeeze after, just to make sure that we got as much of the wobble out as possible. I think that's the best way to go about it. Yeah, this side, yeah, this is the way to do it. This side's not all wobbly. Probably could have fixed that issue beforehand in the past. Okay. So, let's see here. Got about a finger's width in space that we're working with. Alright, I like that. That's solid. Oh, dropped it. Dropped my tool. Tighten it down on the clamping part. Do the other side. Anything major we've messed up so far? We could probably air up the tires again. I've been keeping them really low to absorb as much shock as possible so that when I'm going over all the potholes in the town, that I'm not breaking the bike in half. But now, with a solid frame, maybe I could break the bike in half brand new. All right, I like that. It's not wobbly at all. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Okay, we'll take a small break. GoPro, stop capture. All right, so I don't know if you can see this. I probably don't have the camera centered right, but it's got the wobble on this side. And now we're going to tighten the spindle down on the top. Get it fingers width away from the wheel. Come on. Oh, come on, hand. We're making it. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. And there it is. No wobble. So spindle first. Then you do the other ones. That worked out really well. Oh no. Okay, well. distance, and now we tighten these guys down. Should have enough clearance. Yep. Hopefully it doesn't go loose while I'm driving. Okay, come on, one more bit on this top one. Okay, that's it. Solid. That's it. That's something. Now we hook the stern up. Let's move the camera. Oh. Oh. Just keep stepping on stuff. Okay. Hopefully nothing's broken. Okay. What are we gonna do now? Now we need some new bolts. These two guys right here. Oh no! They sent me the wrong ones. Of course. Of course. Of course I get the wrong ones. Every time. Every time. Okay. No big deal. We'll just put the old ones back in. What's the other thing that we got to do? Well, let's see this sprocket. We need to change this out. And that's what should be in here as well. I thought I requested 2, but anyway, it should be trimmed down so that they fit. And you gotta be kidding me. The sprocket's not even the right size. It's not the same size as it was. It's a smaller sprocket. I could tell that right off the bat. It's different design, different sprocket. It's smaller diameter. What's that gonna do? Is it gonna be better? Is it gonna be worse? I have to take the whole thing apart to find out. And if it doesn't work right, then oh boy, such is life. Okay, well, whatever. Let's take this apart and then and see what happens, I guess. We have to pull all these screws out of this, pull this assembly out, then we can undo the Allens on this and then pull it out. Some of these you can actually weasel in and out. I don't think this one's going to be the case. I'm just going to stop recording. And okay, new battery, last battery. So this sprocket right here is not even centered out right. Like the way that it was re-screwed, it doesn't fit the tolerance for all 4 of the bolts to go in there without stripping something out. And then it's smaller in diameter, and it's not countersunk either. And if you don't believe me, the tolerance level for how this stuff goes together is unbelievably close already. And so now there's no way. I had to put the broken, messed up one back on there. And also the bolts being the wrong bolts. I mean, the ones they sent me don't even go to this bike frame. So, whatever. We're gonna just... I'm super frustrated already. I'm ready to give up, but I have to get this back together. So, let's see what we can do. Yeah, we got to get the rear end connected. Otherwise, we can't do anything. So let's see what we can do. I need this and these, and I guess we'll set the camera down right here. Pick this up. Oh, that's right. It looks like, yeah, without changing out the seat bracket with the original seat bracket, we're not going to be able to get the bike on there because of the tote, because it doesn't clear that angle with it maxed out on there. So now we got to change out that whole thing. Wouldn't normally be a big deal, but I've already been up for the entire night because of the way my schedule rolls. And now I should be well into my sleeping period, and I'm not. So I'm just getting frustrated. Is it possible for me to just put this away for now and work on it tomorrow? Yes. I think at this point, without me throwing a bunch of F-bombs at this thing, I think I should just give up for today. Yeah. Whatever. We have another day tomorrow to try to put it back together. Otherwise, we're hitchhiking. All right, GoPro, stop capture. GoPro, stop capture.